Hello. Hi, what's going on? So it is March 31st, and I'm really liking all these auspicious moments going on during my birthday month. So today is Easter. As you can see, I got myself I've done a new do. And it actually looks a lot better. Like it's not doing it justice. It looks better, so much better in person. So like, hold on, let me just do my, hold on. It's not doing it. Boom. Okay, there we go. See? Speaking of the thing, you don't want me to feel great. Also, I'm gonna do my nails too. I'm thinking of something pretty, like an Easter pink. Maybe like a ballet slipper pink. Just what's this color supposed to be? But it's not really showing. Hold on. Here we go. Oh my gosh, it's all about the lighting. I shine enough. There we go. Soup, soup, zoopy, zoopy, zoop, boop, boop. All right. So I wanted to come up on here because I just wanted to just state that well, it's Easter and I am having my moments to probably gonna go eat something and then I think I might come back up on here, but I just wanted to pop in, in the morning and just greet my channel and kind of make a note for today. Still kind of working with this hair here. Still gotta kind of fix it and work on it. So, but other than that, it's cute. It's giving 90s vibes and a little bit of the 60s, depending on how I choose to do it. But yeah, it's really cute. And then I have on like some shimmery eyeshadow with some purple. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Again, in person, it would be like even more nicer. You'd be like, ooh, thank you. I'm also going to. I think for today, I'm going to work on my learning French things. My learning French notes. I got lucky yesterday by just stumbling across social media, preferably well, specifically YouTube, and I found this 12-hour video, I shit you not, on YouTube. And this guy, he's really like proficient in learning languages. And he's I was gonna say polygamous. It's oh my gosh, like I know the word, I just can't think of it right now. Oh my goodness, it's poly. It's probably all right, but it's just like oh my word. Oh my word, like he knows multiple languages. Come on, are you kidding me? Because that is definitely gonna bother me. I'm pretty sure as soon as I turn this off, it's gonna be like he's a linguist, but it's a polyglot. There we go. There we go. Let me make sure I'm right before it actually looks silly. Yeah, knowing or using several languages. Polyglot. There we go. What did I win? Okay. So yeah, at one point in time, like when I was growing up, I knew a few different languages, and that's because my mom taught me. So it was like English, of course, and then American Sign Language, and also Spanish. And independently, I had learned French because she was reading my diary, and I was just like, okay, no, like we're not doing that. So I started learning French at a time when the internet was just kind of still funny, and so I kind of mixed up my words, and then I also started cultivating like merging words. So yeah, I was just like, no, we're not gonna do this again. We're not gonna have this one. We're not gonna have this mistake again, are we? No, I don't think so. So yes, ralia, darling, ralia, ralia. Um, so yes, but if you don't use it, you lose it. And at that point in time, back in the day, like I didn't have anybody to practice with, except for an old teacher who seemed really creepy. Like literally, he seemed very creepy. Um, I mean, he was like, it was nice that he learned a lot of languages, but he just seemed he was giving pedophile vibes, and it's not something that's uncommon because was it in our middle school there was a guy, his name was like Mr. Buddich, and he had got publicly like called out for being like a pedophile, and I was just like, whoa, like it was the first time we even knew of the word and how bad that whole situation is with kids, and that really just kind of also heightened awareness about you know I think the matter I had touched on yesterday about like, sexual assault with children and things of that nature. It's just like, it's really important to discuss. But when people have finally put something out, especially in schools, in a black school, about a a student body, like like in the faculty, excuse me, was just like being improper around students and things of that nature. Oh, you best believe there were people who were just like very shocked and insanely like clearly irate and wanting to address the matter. But a lot of people also didn't come forward, and like it went away very quickly because something like that is, again within black families, like, something like that is definitely kept under the rug. So when I was mentioning it before with a certain someone who's, been doing some things, and I'm not going to that's literally something I'm sticking to because like it's literally right there in the fucking New Jersey courts.gov. Like I in one of my videos on YouTube, I literally walked you through on the website about this person's relative and how that person who's connected with her, this person has a brother who's been doing some really fucked up shit to children, and the only thing that the person wanted to go ahead and arrest them for was kind of more elusive. And how they want to specify it is they're trying to water down exactly what that abuse is, and that is exactly what happens in a lot of black families, and especially a lot of Christian households. And especially to talk about this on a Sunday is really, it's going to look at me as very taboo, but I'm saying it for what it is. Like, when you want to go ahead and try to say, like, the children are the future, the next generation, of course, obviously, is the future. They're going to be the ones that's going to protect us and take care of us, and the ones that we should, want to at least negotiate or like abide with if we have like a clash of minds. So, you would think that you would wanna do right by them, right? But unfortunately, a lot of people condition, the youth nowadays in order to try to make them as evil and corrupt and sinister as the modern people are of today. And there are so many youth that have been corrupted and conditioned to be fucking awful, fucking evil, and push the agenda to be really careless and reckless with a lot of other people's lives at the benefit of their fleeting desires, like momentary moments of happiness and things of that nature. So, but but yeah, I really don't know. Just kind of walked into it, but yeah. And that's another thing I wanted to kind of talk to you about. Well, one of the things again, this is the book I was talking about. This is a really cute book. I got it because it had a fox on here and it had an interesting little photo. I mean, it's a fox with male hands, and he's like really lusting after this rooster. No, or this chicken. It's a black chicken. Because I mean, I see a swaddle here. So, and normally the swaddle thing is like for a guy, and I see the comb, and that's normally for a rooster. I mean, that's normally for the male. Okay, I'm just gonna have to do away with you completely. Okay, yeah. So it has like the comb here. It has the comb here, and it has like little swaddle. So that would imply normally like a boy, fowl, or bird. And if you open it up in here, yo, I was definitely surprised to see like, look at her. Look at her. Like, this does not look kosher. Like I said, Eric Jerome Dickey has better. Okay. It's like, yo, this is just not like, bruh. Oh, and I apologize because I'm pretty sure on YouTube now that they have some type of whatchamacallit. But yeah, they have her boobies and stuff, even though it's a cartoon. But this is the first time I truly am, oblivious to this matter. So yeah, definitely. But I did do the check mark where it's just like this is not kid appropriate. So you have to be at least 18 to watch this. Um, watch this video. But yeah, it's like damn, stop. Like that is insane and crazy, wild. No, I know I am beautiful. Oh, see, there we go. It's all about the angles, darling. It's all about the angles. Hello. Just kidding. So yeah, I just wanted to do that. Just to come over here and say hi. I might not have anything else to say later because it's really just, on rotation about what's going on behind the scenes where people are really trying to do the most by assassinating my character. There's literally people who wake up every day committed to trying to harm me and trying to, I guess, like one up me or trying to subject me to such type of matters of cruelty. And on my channel, on my community channel, I showed you guys this recent thing I had stumbled across also on YouTube, but it's about slavery. It's about audio slavery. It was recorded audio from slaves like several years, like excuse me, like multiple decades after they were about released from slavery, and it's just so heartbreaking about like the mentality of people the mentality of people to go ahead and sell or sell, betray, sell out, betray their own people to strangers and join in with mocking them and harming them. And the people who are the survivors are regaling brief moments about like what it was like back then and how thankful they are obviously to be out of that environment and not be subjected to such pains and such hearts and things of that nature. Pardon me. I really feel like the faintness of. I have to do this because normally I'm telling you I feel. Pardon me. Yo, it's the fluffies, yo. It's the fluffies. All right, so okay, but yeah, it's like it was so heartbreaking. It was like these of course, these people are like in like either 80 or literally over 100 years old and depending on when it was that they recorded those interviews and some of them were just like a handful of them. It was from a certain kind of school that shared that footage with another interviewer. And I have to say like it's a wild concept that that shit should not should but that should survive where that mannerism, that thinking habit, that behavior still prevails today in amongst so many people, especially people of color who still believe in exploiting, oppressing, belittling, mocking, harassing their own people in order for a come up, clout, opportunities, and this, that, here, and the third, which brought me to the conclusion last night, well, earlier this morning, like super earlier this morning, about like, if white people are racist, then naturally I believe then at that point that black people are inherently evil. And I think evil is primarily in relation to like a verb, or some people say like as an adjective, but I feel like there should be a term used to expressive to exclusively identify a person's identity, well, identify a person's essence and like and who they are, like proudly. Because honestly, especially in this environment, and people who have literally done the absolute most horrendous things behind my back, these people like to portray that they're good, but they are extremely, extremely evil people to have done the things that they've done, especially for them to think that the shit was either funny, and or okay, and or normal for people to still watch me without my permission, for people to still think that it's okay for them to try to criticize or assist me by wanting me to be some type of motivation um, against like a tsunami of people who are wanting to objectify me and treat me inhumanely as I'm supposed to be some type of figure that does not have any feelings, that's always supposed to just be on go, 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 go. And again, the other day I had played you a video of a dude who is a flying monkey for the losers who've been doing a lot of shit behind my back. And he got in a defensive mode today and he was just like, well, if you are sensitive to anything I say, then, it's almost like I'm trying to deflect any accountability for the maliciousness that he's doing. And it just reminds me, and the video that's seen about the audio from the the slaves is like they didn't become slaves by their own accord. You feel me? There were people, cluster of people, multiple people that decided to help themselves by sacrificing and using a whole bunch of people to fulfill their own self-serving desires. Okay. And by doing so, these people had many millions of people endure hundreds of years of unjustified, unprovoked torture. And a lot of there was multiple ways in order to condition these people to be, harmed and even tried to feel like it was a normalized thing. And one of those is because of their big, fat, fucking lying mouths. So when you have somebody like that guy that I had played the other day, talking out of his ass in order to help narrate a false character, a false identity of the losers who backstabbed and betrayed me, that person is doing that in addition to trying to taint my character with things saying that, oh, I'm overly too sensitive, or I'm just a person, with issues and things of that nature. And it's just like you omit the important parts about your involvement in order to look like, your hands are wiped clean of the whole situation. You are a very, very big part, and not entirely just you, but so many Black people are a big, 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 big part. And the destruction of what I once believed that, Black culture is. And it has deteriorated. Um, it took some time, but it has deteriorated. And, you kind of see it for what it is. Like, it's almost like the Berlin Wall, where you knock it down because of like how silly it is, and you see it for what it is, and it's just like trying to visualize it. I'm actually visualizing right now with like its graffiti and its sledgehammers, and people are really just kind of like and people are just like really going at it. But it's with obviously like with due diligence, because like you want to get past the bullshit of how ugly, you know, the concept was to keep people, I guess like the whole purpose of it, like the whole purpose behind it, the whole mindset of it. My whole entire point to summarize this is that Black people are inherently evil, based on how awful they have been, and wanting to go ahead and um, torture me and harass me for their self-serving agendas. And they were using every measure that they could, at their disposal in order to harm me. And I gotta say, like, you've done all these things, and yet at the same time you want to go ahead and try to play victim. And I'm just like, that is crazy. Like, I will not allow you to go ahead and say these things without like, being held accountable, even if it's just by myself. And yeah, sorry. It's just that right now I do have like some fluffies like floating heavily in here, but like I like to have my eyes are glistening right now. So this is like really one of those moments where I don't want to take I don't want to take my feelings into it, even though I should. It's just I'm seeing things from an observational standpoint. I'm very, very um I'm very, very detached, but detached enough where I see things for what it is. And yeah, I was really trying when I was having this recording, I was really trying to have a moment where I was just like trying to find something redeeming out of it. But ultimately, I don't think that. Here's the thing, because I say it as somebody who's identified myself as a black person, and with saying that, I've given people grace where it's just like you choose on who you want to be. You can choose to either, because we have duality, we have evil and we have good. You can decide on if you want to be evil. You can decide on if you want to be good. And sometimes we're not either or the entire day. Sometimes we have like those little evil moments, we're annoyed by something, you know, until you get your cup of coffee, you're on evil mode. Until, these people move from driving slow in the fast lane or passing lane, you're on evil mode. Like likewise. But sorry, like I said, I'm having fluffies right now and my throat is itching. So all these things. But I think that everybody, no matter what race you are, everybody has both evil and good in them. I'm just stating that Black people specifically are inherently evil. There was no reason for you to just like everyone did slavery back in the day, but what was it that drove you to went ahead to go ahead and want to truly make that like the best thing to remember people by, like in your fucking country, in your fucking continent, is to really try to make a living or a business out of slave trading and wanting to continue that kind of mentality to present day, you know. And white people, I don't need you to remind me about like how wicked you guys can be on your own. Like fucking America is just like it seems like every fucking month we have a reminder about like how horrible white people have been historically. And for a lot of white people to still have that fucking mentality and wanting to go ahead and support the losers who abuse me is like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Especially when they try to pair me or try to do something that's seriously based on racism. I'm like, I'm totally not surprised. Totally not surprised. But the focus here is that, yeah, Black people, seriously, they are inherently racist. I'm sorry, not inherently racist. They can be, but they are, white people are inherently racist. And I think, and they are just naturally wicked people, for the most part, for a lot of people. I think that all white people are inherently racist. And I think that all Black people are inherently evil. And it's just that all people have both good and evil within them. It's just the whole duality on how responsible you want to be with those dualities. And it also seems likely that, Black people have gone and continue to do the most obscene shit in order to lean to evil. And who am I to just, kind of come off on just a statement and not back it up. So it's just like, you see it in the music industry with, the devil horns and people just the lifestyle people, live, and the mentality and the way how people speak sometimes, it's just not something that just came off the top of my head and just thinking, oh, people don't like me, so they're all evil. No, it's not like that. I literally spent years with people doing the most insane malicious shit and attracting people from all over the world and races in order to be abusive to me. So it's not just one thing that's coming up like, out of the blue, out of the sky. No, I seriously believe, and this is seriously, my viewpoints on Black people, that they are inherently evil. And like I said, white people, please do not use that as a means to go ahead and continue your hatred and your KKK agendas and things of that nature. It's just that I'm really seeing it for what it is. So when Black people are lying to me and white people are lying to me, it's just like, I see neither as good. I don't I don't see neither side as good, and I'm at a point in my life where it's just like I am so done with believing in anybody when it comes to the justice that I would or either that I will have, shall have, or am having. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So sorry. Like I'm telling you, I'm telling you. See, pardon me, because I literally have like something in my eye. Seriously. Pardon me. I seriously have fluffies in my eye. And you can actually see it. I've already shown you in like another video before, but like I seriously have fluffies in my eye. I have mm, I get it. God. Something close to my eye too. Get that. Bro, what the hell? I apologize. I know that was definitely going to come out left, and people are not going to appreciate or even like me for saying that. But at this point in time, as I've mentioned before, I'm not over here trying to be liked. I live my life accordingly in a way that I respected a lot of rules, many rules, if not most of them. And yet I was still vilified and abused insanely. And people use religion and shit like that in order to keep it going. Sorry, it's just that, yeah, I'm telling you, I just literally be feeling like little hairs. So, bro, bro. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone until like I'm gonna go eat something, and maybe I can give you guys more of a better insight, or I can just probably talk about this again or talk about this further. But yes, I may or may not come back up on here, but that is my stance. I'm not changing it for nobody. This is literally if you get what I'm saying, then yay, and if you don't, then you don't. But I'm just saying that, even myself who has been categorized as a black woman, who has, self-proclaimed herself as a black woman and things of that nature, I just want to say that I'm just, I'm not saying that I'm anything else. Damn sure not saying I'm anything else. I'm just saying that this has definitely been not even a lesson. This has been an experience where most of my life I have been subjected to the cruelty of black people, and they, for the fuck of it, it's just about people who don't have any meaning outside of themselves, and they move in such a way where they still want to victimize themselves. I would definitely say that the greatest part about, if there was like ever any silver lining, is just that the exposure of how black people move. I'm so glad about that. So that way we can just kind of like either it's just like, how do you want to move from this? How do you want to move forward? Do you still want to be a fucking minus? Where you've already exposed about like, we already know about the history about how Africans sold us out. Again, like I keep saying that, how Africans sold us out, and how, African Americans came to be, and the history with that. But I also wanted to say how that's still tethered to the fact that black people have not changed and have not have evolved and decided to still be fucking still be fucking evil and do evil things and fulfill certain kind of tactics and agendas that ultimately benefit other people besides themselves, and just like the most negative kind of way. It actually serves the other people more than it does the black people. It really does, because subconsciously what it does is just that it still makes us look inferior. It still puts a bad name um, on us, and yet you guys are mad at me probably right now because I've called you out for what you are, for how you're behaving. Like it's literally, um, evil. I even like researched it just, to get that. Well, I even looked it up just to get, clarification on it. So let me just see. Mm. I was just like, how would one recognize the following people in the context that they are evil? Recognizing individuals as evil is a subjective and morally charged judgment that should be approached with caution and careful consideration. In general, there's no universally agreed upon criteria for identifying someone as evil, which is definitely what people would definitely argue with me about. Because if I had said Jeffrey Dahmer or Hitler is evil, somehow there's some people who are, admirers of these people. So it is subject to debate. And it says, however, here are some considerations that may be relevant in recognizing individuals who are commonly viewed as evil. Harmful actions. Individuals who engage in deliberate, intentional, and systematic actions that cause harm, suffering, or death to others may be regarded as evil. This can include acts of violence, oppression, discrimination, or exploitation that result in significant harm to individuals or communities. Lack of empathy or remorse. Evil individuals may demonstrate a profound lack of empathy or concern for the well being of others. They may show no remorse or guilt for their harmful actions and may even take the pleasure of or satisfaction in causing harm to others. And the other three is, well, let's go here. It's harmful actions, lack of empathy or remorse. And the other three is manipulative or deceptive behavior, ideological extremism, lack of moral principles or values. So, evil individuals may engage in manipulative or deceptive tactics to exploit, control, or manipulate others for their own gain or pleasure. They may use lies, coercion, or intimidation to achieve their goals and may disregard the rights and autonomy of others. Ideological extremism. Evil individuals may espouse extreme or radical ideologies that justify or rationalize their harmful actions. They may promote hatred, bigotry, or violence towards certain groups or individuals based on their race, religion, ethnicity, or other characteristics. Lack of moral principles or values. Evil individuals may exhibit a fundamental disregard for moral principle, values, or ethical norms. They may prioritize their own selfish desires or interests above the well-being and rights of others and may show little concern for the consequences of their actions. Yeah, I swear I still have like a something in my eye. But again, I do like the way how glossy my eyes are. Like, bro, so pretty. I've been drinking more water. So yeah. The thing about this is I've also engaged into conversations, well, not conversations, but just like researching the parts about like hold on, what was it? Okay, so I was asking just a hypothetical question. I was just like, what if, in active fear from judgment, the losers use another excuse stating it's not because of my race that they decided to harm me, although they target me because of my looks, color, character, spiritual beliefs, etc. Qualities that don't harm anyone. Even if individuals or groups use another excuse or justification to mask their discriminatory actions, such as claiming it's not because of race, but rather based on appearance, character, spiritual beliefs, or non-harmful or other non-harmful qualities, their behavior still constitutes discrimination and injustice. Discrimination based on any aspect of a person's identity, whether it be race, appearance, beliefs, or character, is unacceptable and violates fundamental principles of equality and human rights. Using excuses or justifications to mask discriminatory behavior does not change the fact that individuals are being targeted and denied their rights and freedoms based on factors that should not be used to discriminate against them. It's essential to recognize and challenge discrimination in all its forms, regardless of the excuses or rationalizations used to justify it. By promoting understanding, empathy, and respect for diversity, we can work towards creating a more inclusive and equitable society where all individuals are treated with dignity and fairness, regardless of their background or characteristics. Now, the gist of this is just that no matter what kind of excuse that you use to hide behind, whether it's your religious beliefs or even if it's your standard of living, I'm just living my life. I'm just doing my own thing. But you guys have made it your priority to go ahead and make up lies in order to disrupt my life. And I'm not here for that. I'm obviously not here for that. It's it reveals itself that you guys are extremely bothered and miserable, and you go through bouts of waves where you want to pretend like you don't have a problem with me, but then you do things behind the scenes to show that you have a problem with me, or people who actually know you have a problem with me. And here's the thing, because I want to expose this right here. Okay, this person, I'm in court waiting pending like a judgment, a final judgment from a judge who has been giving me the runaround in regards to getting this justice. So that is um, showing that person is, an ally in regards to the losers that have been, coming up against me. So we shall see ultimately what the ruling favor, like who the ruling favor goes in, whose ruling favor it goes into. Like, um, the person right now is going to probably like divulge a whole bunch of, of their own lives and trying to either act the part like they don't have any beef with me or they don't have any qualms with me or anything of that nature. But there are literally parts in social media which shows why I cut them off. These people were passive aggressive with their hatred towards me. And I was just like, I've had enough. I really had enough. It was bad enough that they were doing it online to a certain kind of point and making it seem like, oh, they didn't have a problem with me when they did. And then I had to like kind of push myself away from them. And then it just started acting out and more of like because I had called it out. So it started being like more discreet. It would be displayed during phone conversations. It would be displayed during like or personal engagements. And I was just like, you know what? I had enough. I saw it slip out December 20th. No, I saw it slip out in like in November 2020. And in March 2021, I had cut them off. And then the day after that, they made like a little passive, like little snub or jab. And I was just like, you know what, I'm done. I don't need that. Like there's a difference between joking and really trying to belittle somebody at their expense. And especially when that person has been doing some really foul things behind the scenes in order to try to put that person down at a um, at a really bad level or at an inconvenient level. So yeah, like at the very end of the day, while you guys are trying to pretend that you don't have any qualms or anything of that nature with me, I have the receipts to go ahead and prove otherwise. But I think that also in the future, if you have any intelligence, you can tell by any kind of mimicry that this person decides to do with my identity, trying to make it seem like it's jokes. And let me tell you right now, it wouldn't be the first time because this person has done that consistently. And for them to ally with certain people who had or have positions of influence or power, this person was able to attain a lot of things off my back. So I'll let you see that for yourself. But in the meantime, this is my Easter, and this is me moving accordingly, where I'm just addressing people for exactly who they are. So when it comes to you thinking that you can try to persuade me or get off on trying to manipulate me and to go with you in a certain kind of way or accept your beliefs and things of that nature. It's just like, look, I already see you for who you are. I see you all as evil beings. I myself can decide to go evil on you too. It really depends on how you want to play this. But and obviously you've chosen war. So I don't have to get low and do the nasty underhanded things that you've done because I not only have the receipts, I'm handling it professionally. And I don't know, I just think that's better because ultimately I do think that I'm better than a lot of you. I'm not better than everybody. I'm not damn sure not better than everybody. And I know that from a very humbling experience. I just know that from really just like being in the presence of people who are always putting me down. Like, I'm sorry, there's a mourning dove right now. Do you hear that? There's a mourning dove on my she's going to town on my roof right now, and she's eating. So, but yeah, like yeah, I know from I know that I'm not I I know that I'm not better than everybody. Okay. That's something that I've known from like since I was a small fucking child. Like I've always thought them of myself in a very like a humbling experience. But I became even more humbling when I found myself um placed in I think the first humbling experience I found was when I was too smart for the grade I was in, and they put me into another grade, and this was in Catholic school. And I was with like older kids who were at the time bigger than me, which is something that was, not always a possible situation because I've been tall in like most of my grade level classes and things of that nature. So I'm there I think it was like in kindergarten or something like that, but I was like taken up to like first grade, second grade, and I was like, this is overwhelming. No, we're not doing that again. We're not doing that again. That was a really humbling experience. But and then I went to elementary school, like a public elementary school, and it was kindergarten. It was either kindergarten or first grade. But either way, I think it was no, 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 it was kindergarten. But yeah, I was like, yeah, nah, that's it's not for me. And when you're going to like religious schools, they kind of teach you early on about like, being humbled too. And it's just like, oh yeah, I'm humbled. But no, I was humbled. Like I was like, oh, you're being humbled one way, but you being humbled even more, where it's just like you can keep up with these people. But the fact that you are in a realm of and more people that, you can keep up with these people, but these people are also just as intelligent as you. These people are just as inviting as you, and these people are it makes it seem like, wow, I'm not alone. It makes it feel like, wow, it made me feel grateful. It made me feel anxious, and it made me feel happy that I wasn't like the only person who understood certain things at a certain kind of pace. It made me feel nice that I wasn't just, the only tall person. And it made me feel it was a lot of things. And I feel like that right in itself it was humbling because I just thought that was just yeah, that was really nice. I'm not sure if I'm using that correctly. I'm not sure I'm using that correctly. I'm not sure. Hold on, I have to look into that. I'm not sure if I'm using the term humble correctly. I think I am. I think I am. It's a moment in my heart where I just feel so blessed by a grace because like that I've been open to an experience. I feel like that's probably one facet of being humble where it's just like I am bereft of words and I feel very human and very soft and very appreciated, very not so sold out. I feel like that's the definition of like that's one of the probably one of the meanings, or at least that's like one of the meanings I choose of humbling. I actually have multiple definitions of humbling, not many, but that's one of them. So yeah, this hairstyle is growing on me. I like it. It's so cute, man. I think I might try to do something that's more 60s or something. I don't know. Maybe even some 90s. This is giving me hold on. This is giving me a long 1990s. Like I actually brown no wait, that's Sanaa Lathan. What was that? She did something with like a camera or something like that. I never saw Love Jones. I never seen that movie. I really haven't. But I like that look. It's really cute. It's really adorable. Ooh, some costume jewelry. You can't tell me nothing. Nothing, yo. So adorable. So cute. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna go. I may or may not. It's already 4:06 p.m. and it's gonna get dark in a few hours. So I'm just gonna probably take it for for myself for my day and just do something, continue doing something for me. But yeah, I just wanted to come up on here because it's just like I'm very. I have every reason to not be trusting of a lot of people. So if you don't like me for what I had said in regards to that, just know that the background reason behind it, like it's just like right here to know that and to state that releases me even more. It gives me even more freedom. Where you try to vilify me, it's just like, hey, look, as a black person, or as a person, defined as black, I'm inherent. The inherent evilness is, I guess, prevalent. Or sometimes I want to flip it, but I don't move like that. But if that's how you see me, then that's how you see me. Like, that is a freedom that I give myself, because I'm not here to go ahead and try to sway you on how you want to try to believe who I should be, or who you think that I am. I'm just me, and that's how I move. I'm okay with myself. I'm actually more than okay with myself, and that really bothers a lot of people. Like, I truly do love myself, or else I would have probably offed myself, but I'd rather see those other people offed, to be honest. Okay, like, I do. I treasure myself so fucking much, and I'm just been more confident to just kind of like go out there, but do not let it be twisted that I should go ahead and try to humble myself to a point where I allow you to disrespect me in a way where you think that I should be quiet, or and just take the abuse that you guys have been doing. No, I'm going to tell you exactly who you are, who I've observed you to be, who you've exemplified yourself as, and ultimately how you really have just fucked up the game for so many people besides trying to harm me. Okay? And that's really it. So I'm gonna go. And if there's anybody who really did genuinely advocate for my justice, then I really do appreciate that. And I hope that you exclusively have a nice Easter. All right, bye.